Hi there, one. It is currently the 2nd of August, 2015, a Sunday out here in the Western Pacific, making this update right around 6 p.m. Japan Standard Time, about 09 Universal Standard Time. Typhoon Soudelor continuing the track west, now pushing directly over the northern portions of the Mariana Islands, actually right around Saipan. They're expected to take this storm system directly head on, and what's going to be a fairly rough storm through the rest of your evening hours. Actually, let's take a closer look here on the satellite imagery just prior to sunset. And you really have to have a good appreciation for this imagery. This is from the Himawari 8 satellite, and you can just see our storm bubbling right up right here at sunset. You have these strong thunder cells towards the top, really indicating that banding wrapping around the storm. But the key thing is, right here, we have an eye really kind of developing right in that center of circulation. There's Saipan, and there's the eye wall. And the last several frames before we lose the light from the visible satellite imagery, once the sun sets, you can't see it anymore. You could see exactly where this storm is going. Directly making a beeline there towards the west. Why the Guam National Weather Service has issued typhoon warnings out here for Saipan and Tainan. Also down towards the south in Naroda, tropical storm warnings have been issued, and we have some small craft advisories in place for Guam. Really, Guam's missing out on the worst of it. You can see that here on the radar imagery once again. Actually, really, Guam's on the southern extent of those rain bands. You're still going to be seeing some fairly breezy conditions out here, definitely through the overnight hours. Some of those squall lines definitely could push through, bring some short time heavy rain, but the worst of it definitely farther off here towards the north. So yeah, through the rest of Sunday, this storm system definitely going to continue to linger, pull overhead. You're still going to be seeing those tropical storm strength winds even heading into Monday morning into the afternoon hours across parts of Guam. Still got those scattered showers coming in. As I mentioned at the start of the update, actually have pretty decent banding wrapping around this storm, and one reason for that is you do have a lot of moisture being pulled in from the south. So even as we go ahead through Monday into Tuesday, still seeing scattered showers here in the Mariana Islands because of those feeder bands wrapping around the southern and eastern peripheries of the storm, even over towards Palau and Yap, also still going to be seeing those showers. So something to keep in mind. But while all this is continuing to occur and the storm starts to pull away on Monday and Tuesday, it's going to be feeding into the storm. It's moving over relatively warmer sea surface temperatures, and that's going to allow it to intensify. You can even see that on the satellite picture. Ahead of our storm, it's fairly clear. A lot of vertical wind shear is associated with a passing trough, which is farther towards the north, and this is just going to be fed by this storm system. Excuse me, that feeder bands down there towards the south is going to feed into the storm system, allow it to continue to intensify, and actually, it really wouldn't surprise me. It does make it to a violent or a super typhoon type intensity, and right now, JTWC has it continuing to intensify, just shy of a super typhoon, 125 gusting to 150 knots here on the 5th going in the 6th, so about this time frame right in here, and then it starts to weaken just due to relatively cooler sea surface temperatures and a slightly increase in shear according to the forecast. But really, that's 5 days out. It could change. It couldn't get that strong, but I really think that ingredients are in place that we're going to see a formidable, large, powerful storm system out here. So what does that mean for people in the extended range? I think the extended range, the really thing you have to keep in mind is that if you are out here in the southern Japanese islands and northern Taiwan, there is a high chance by the end of the week of getting impacted by a rather strong typhoon. Now, good news, this area, especially the southern islands of Japan, known for getting typhoons. We've already gotten several so far this season. So not a terrible large impact, but it's still going to ruin some plans by the end of the week. Even here in Okinawa, based on the current track, as the storm moving towards the south of Okinawa here by Thursday and the Friday, it still is enough to really kick up the winds out there by Friday afternoon into the evening hours, even out here farther towards the north and in Naha, tropical storm strength winds. Very likely coming out of this, even based on the current track, which has it taken over there towards Ishigaki and Miyakojima before moving into northern portions of Taiwan, where it could cause some damage there in Taipei, actually, if it continued on that same forecasted track. Big thing out here is just flying debris, and also Taiwan, it's very steep mountains, just notorious for causing flooding. So at least for now, models really just in agreement with the storm system moving over towards the southern Japanese islands. This is the NavGem model, kind of the most northern outlier, but the GFS as well kind of has it right there on the track right over Miyako and Ishigaki over there towards Taiwan, and eventually making a landfall into Fujian province there into eastern portions of China. So this is really the impact line we're looking at right now. Anywhere in this area, yeah, you got to be getting ready for a very high chance of a typhoon impacting by the end of the work week. I know that there was some concern for northern portions of the Philippines. I think those concerns can be written off just due to the placement of the Westpac high at this point. I don't think it's going to build in strong enough to have the storm system turn towards the west-southwest. Very unlikely, but still something to watch, but very, very, very unlikely. The southern islands, northern Taiwan, those are the hot spots, at least for the time being. At least for now, the big impact is out here into Saipan. Really hope everybody gets through tonight. Probably going to be some down power lines, probably going to be some emergency calls, probably reports of flooding, but I hope everybody stays safe through the overnight hours as the storm system does blow by and eventually starts to clear up as we go ahead into your Monday and Tuesday. Definitely more updates in the coming days of what's going on out there into southern Japan and Taiwan and eastern China. We're going to keep you posted. If not here on the video updates, which I know I have not done one in a while. Of course, the website updates daily and the Facebook page updates several times a day. So there's some great avenues to get some more weathered information here from westpacweather.com. As always, guys, stay safe out there, and thanks for watching. Bye.